It brings me to a story I heard Muji say. And he said, we are like a mirror, not like the way that's traditional spirituality looks at a mirror as reflections and stuff like that, the actual literal mirror. Okay. He said, we are like a mirror and there's dust on the mirror, but the mirror is attached to its dust because it doesn't know what it's like to live without the dust being our beliefs, our philosophies, our fears, our concepts, our identity, our talents, our strengths, our skills, our weaknesses, our flaws, our traumas, our triggers. The mirror thinks that it's the dust because the dust has accumulated for so long. The mirror forgot that it was a mirror. So when you grab the cleaning spray and you spray down, and the mirror's like, no, 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 no. I need this dust. It protects me. It prevents scratching. It keeps my trim all nice and pretty. But then when the mirror is wiped and the dust is gone, the mirror's like, I feel better. I'm beautiful. I'm clearer. And see, it doesn't change the shape. It doesn't change, go after leaving and removing its dust. At the end of the day, it's still a mirror. And that's the thing about our ego mind and our personhood. We think that if we let go of our identity and we let go of our beliefs and we let go of personal development and spiritual alchemy and we let go of the dark night of the soul and all of these things, that we lose who we are, that we'll lose our ability to ascend. But who is the one that needs ascension? The person. Yes. The person's the one that needs identity. Are you the person? It feels like you are the person because that's the only version of you that you have been that you like you've never been shown or taught anything more. And this world puts so much emphasis on, including the spiritual community. It puts so much emphasis on your identity and your beliefs and you identify as a light worker, you identify as a starseed, you identify as an indigo child. Right? You're here for a greater purpose. And while all of those things might be true, they become your limitations because then you're imprisoned by those ideas. Because a light worker doesn't do this. A light worker doesn't eat meat, or a light worker doesn't feel anger. Right? You're imprisoned by it. Even though it's a very expanded definition of a human being, even that has its limitations. A light worker is in tune with ancient knowledge and wisdom. A light worker is in tune with their intuition and gifts. But then when you feel as your person that you're not, what happens? You feel down and out about yourself. So go beyond this. Our person feels real because the infinite needed to have a finite experience in order to expand. Why, if that's even true, we don't even know why the infinite has done this. We don't even know why Source needs to expand, because Source doesn't need to expand. The universe doesn't need to expand. What is it expanding into? What is it expanding for? And if we can identify those and point to those are objects by the perceiver. Those are objects that are observed by the subject observing. So even that is not true. It's the only thing that we can conceive of, though. I'm sure you guys or somebody else might have better words for it. It's okay for it to feel heavy. It's okay for it to feel jarring because our whole lives we've been our the emphasis of our quality of life and the emphasis of our quality of our nature as a human has solely been dictated by who we are as a person. Our character, our reputation, what our beliefs are, how much money you have, how much you've overcome, how much you're doing for the world, how much impact you have over the world. All of these things is where our attention has been conditioned to place its value. But the value exists only in our mind. We could have achieved something, received even the most precious stone, and then one day we'll be like, we'll have a certain level of income. And at some point we're gonna be like, meh, and still reaching for more, wanting more, become disinterested in it because it's not this crystal could have come from the bottoms of the Egyptian pyramids. And it could be such a precious treasure for me. But one day I'll be like, meh, I want one from the bottom of the ocean where Atlantis exists. Right? Because that's the person. That's even if that's true about Atlantis, but that's a different conversation. Because that's the nature of the person. The value of this crystal only exists in the mind. The value of your life and the definitions of your life and what you're going through only exist in your mind. Our mind gives it the quality or the lack thereof. And so, why do we just so innocently believe in what our mind tells us when even that is illusory? Even that is a distraction. Even that is not real because our mind is even bound to time and space. Our mind, as Gerish, as Maggie, does not go with us when we go, when our soul leaves. Yeah, our mind doesn't come with us. Maggie exists between your birth date and your physical death date. That's it. Even her struggles, her traumas, her triumphs, her talents, her weaknesses, her hurts, her happiness, everything stays concealed, contained in this space and time. And your soul will evolve into somebody new, something new. But even that is bound to space and time. You can even say the lessons that we learn if we're going to, the Akashic records and on a soul level, we're evolving and I'm clearing all of this karma. Even that is temporary. Even karma is temporary because we advance past it or we create more of it. So even that is unstable. Even that is ever changing. Do you see how we are the infinite? Even the Akashic records could not exist without a higher being seeing it. So, who is the one that witnesses the Akashic records? Who is the one that has created the Akashic records? And who is the one? I mean, I think that question is profound in of itself. Who is the one that created the Akashic records? Because even if a higher multidimensional being, a scribe, a sacred divine ancient scribe, is the one that is keeps all of the Akashic records? Who is the one that can see that? Because in order for you guys to see me, you have to be an other. So, in order for even the most sacred, divine, ancient isness, most high, divine scribe, something must be an other in order to see it. The scribe was born from the infinite. It exists because of the infinite. And if we can observe, if we can perceive our life, if we can perceive our emotions, if we can perceive our consciousness, being aware, then who are we? And sometimes we don't even know how to answer that question because it is a question that cannot truly be answered.